Hey traders, Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. How are you doing? Hey, this is Sunday afternoon. I'm just going through a couple of charts and I've got 8 of them that I would like to share with you that I am looking at for next week. Okay, so first let's start with the market and a couple other charts, and then we're going to get into these charts and we'll talk about them. First thing, let's take a look at the SPY, and I am yet bullish. I still believe that the SPY is still controlled by the bears, or I'm sorry, by the bulls. I don't believe there's any bears hanging around other than just normal little pullbacks, maybe for a day or so. Something I'm going to be watching very closely is going to be, sorry, I should have had this done already. There we go. Watching what price does in relationship to the T-line, in relationship to the trend indicator right there. So that's something I pay attention to. And, you know, if you didn't know, do you know that most, like 99% most of successful technical traders follow the trend? Did you know that? If you don't believe me, ask them. Find, search out successful swing traders, short-term swing traders, and ask them what is the most important thing to them. For me personally, it would be trend, price, candlesticks equals price, by the way. Chart patterns is what I'm looking for. Anyway, search out some successful traders. Ask them, okay? So the SPY here, I think, is super bullish. I think we're doing fine. A little bit of a pullback would be normal as long as it stays within the trend setup. The next thing I want to look for or look at is SMH. SMH. Let's see if I can get to it. There we go. SMH is still setting up. You can see that. Here, let's draw this. Let's move this line up here. Ultimately, we would like it to break out, okay? We would like it to break out. I think that would be something pretty good. You can see how price is leading the T-line, and the T-line is leading the trend indicator right there. We are above the 50-period moving average. We need to get through that 230, we'll call it 240, 238, 240 area. Take out this top over here, and that could set us up to move higher, alrighty? Here's the one that's a bit of a problem. The transports. Let's take a look at IYT. The transports are doing horrible. Now, the market can go up with one of those two, but it needs at least one to continue an up move. All right, bullish, to remain bullish. The big tech can come in and lift us up, but if we lose the transports, which transports are in a world of hurt right now, and if we lose SMH together, that could be a problem, and that's something that we want to keep an eye on, and I'll keep an eye on that, all next week for my trading, and I'll certainly share with everybody. So the transports are in a horrible position and not doing very good. Doesn't change the fact that I'm still bullish on the SPY overall. And if we take a look at the Qs are still very bullish. Okay, let's take a look at those 8 charts that I have for you. The first one is CDE. There we go. Gold. I have a couple of these on here. CDE. So CDE has broken out. Boom. There we go. Broken out over $5.55. That would have been the trigger maybe to buy on Friday, okay? So what I'm going to look for now, we'll put the buy box up here, and then I'm going to look for a buy in this area. So it triggered a buy on Friday. If it was bought by somebody, 2 thumbs up, way to go. I wish I was with you. But right now I have to wait for a pullback or a rest in here. So we'll be looking at that for an entry. Yeah, we'll be looking at that for an entry. Stop wise, You know, we've got this breakout right here, or this little flag, and we've got this breakout. So I think stop-wise, I'm going to pretty much stick with the T-line, and I do that an awful lot. I could draw a line right in here, right there. About $5.35 for a stop. Because if it got below this candle, if it got below that candle, it would ruin the gap to the upside, the positive trading to the upside. So my stop would be about 535. So the next chart I'm going to take a look at, let's stick with, WPM. Let's stick with the gold for now. WPM is another one. We'll put a line right here. I'm going to watch for a breakout here, or a slight little pullback above the T-line here would make this a nice 3-8 trap. If you're not familiar with a 3-8 trap, check it out in the trading room. It's one of our favorite entries. So a nice little entry here on a 3-8 trap. I'll also watch for that breakout and then a move higher on WPM. Stop wise, again, you know, if we take a look here, let's do this one a little different. Let's draw a 50% mark. So we're going to take this top and come down to this low right here, and there's the 50% mark. So I think I'm going to use that for the stop on this one. As we look at these, you know, I will only buy it if I'm able to catch the right entry here. And then, of course, for all members of Hit and Run Candlesticks, you'll be notified through the members app when something is bought or closed. Excuse me. So here's WPM. I'm going to look for some higher numbers here. I don't see any reason why that thing can't move up into the 60, maybe even the $63 area. Okay, let's take a look at HBM. Copper. Now I'm already in FCX. FCX is doing really well. We did a video on that earlier that you may have caught. That triggered a move right here. That triggered entry at 54.10ish. We did buy that early though in the day right through here. So we bought that, still looking for that higher. But right now I'm looking at HBM. We've got a nice little pop to the upside, pull back, and we're moving up again. So we've got this bullish J hook. Let's take note of price, T-line, trend indicator here. We also have a price pattern here where we pop up, pull back. This is our PBO, pullback opportunity, setting up for that J hook to move a little higher. You can also see the beautiful trend in this thing moving up. So HBM is one we'll be looking at for an entry, and I'll probably shop for an entry maybe in this area right here. Yeah, we'll look for an entry right in this area right in here. SCO, we'll stay with the whole copper scene here. SCO, that's just looking beautiful here. I think copper is 2 thumbs up right now. Has some good future to it, looks like, based on the chart. We've got a morning star signal right here. We rally up, nice little pullback, great little finish on Friday. I'm still looking at that to move higher into that 141.20 area is what I have for a target on it. I think that's the last one there. Let's take a look at CDNA. CDNA is moving sideways. Very nice here. I'm going to draw a little box like that. And I'm going to go, well, let's just put it right there. And then let's draw another box on the upside. There we go. So through this area, I would look for I'll be looking for an entry. The entry I'll be looking for, honestly, the T-line is going to have to catch up a little bit. So we'll get closer to that 3-8 trap, a little closer to the T-line. Even if we move sideways, the T-line will move up a little more. So like I say, I'm just going to have the T-line a little closer before I buy that. Once it moves up, if we get that breakout, then I will consider that buy as well. We've had a beautiful move, beautiful pop to the upside here. You can see we broke out. Let's peek at the weekly chart once. Look at that weekly chart. Oh my goodness. Hey, this is a weekly rounded bottom breakout. Interesting. Weekly rounded bottom breakout makes for what we look for is the ultimate target on the rounded bottom breakout setup is the 200 period moving average. Now the chart can actually go higher, but for that particular strategy, the 200 is the direction we're looking for, and that would be the max target for us. And you can see how this thing is setting up, carving out a fantastic bottom in here. That's looking really good. I kind of like that. Wow, that's a nice chart. So I'm going to be paying attention to this. I'm going to try to get that entry in there. I'll keep that on the scanner, and remember, I'll alert on this. All right. Let's take a look at Trox. Trox is also setting up here. Here we'll look at the weekly since we looked at the weekly on the other one. Here you've got this nice little breakout. We're popping up here. A little bit of a resistance. Follow price is what I plan to do. So here's the breakout to the upside. We're consolidating now. Now I'll be watching for that entry. Entry's pretty simple. It's not a big deal. You know, something like that. So we break out of that high. That might trigger that alert. Break out of that box down into here with the price action or a candlestick that would, you know, suggest buyers are moving in. You know, if we did something like that, that would be a buy for me on Trox here. GNW is setting up very nice. Let's take a look at that weekly chart. And we come over here, we draw that line right there. If we go all the way back, look at that bottom that it has formed, and it's starting to move it up. It's got some upside here. Man, I don't see any reason why this can't move higher. I really don't. So move up. You know, this may be one of these charts where not only for this week, but maybe we'll be looking at it the following week. Because what I would like is for this to move up and actually fail, come back and fail a little bit, and then buyers step in, and let's see if we can't come through that second time, possibly even the third time. But I think we've got a nice move here. We're just going to be running into a little bit of resistance or that speed bump up there. And I just want to buy it, you know, what I feel is at the right time. And above that area would be perfectly fine as well. So here's that weekly chart again. So maybe we break out. Maybe the best buy is right up in here, the more I look at this. Okay, here, let's do this first. Let's do BSX, and we're going to do Boeing. All right. So BXS looks like it's setting up very nice here. A beautiful trend. We've pulled back, squeezed the 50 down here. We gap up, and then we just kind of, I don't know, bounce around here all the way down. We move up a little bit. But here we have this bullish piercing candle off the trendicator, closing above the T-line. This may be setting up for a very nice T-line run. So I'm actually going to lower this. There we go. For an entry. We'll do that. There we go. So I'll be shopping for an entry in this area. First target's going to be this 76 up here, and then we'll look for targets on the way up. All right, last one. Thank you for hanging with me on this video. I do appreciate it. Remember, if you like what you see here, give a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Lets me know that you like the video. All right, let's take a look at Boeing here. Now, look, Boeing has problems. All right, Boeing has problems. They just do. I mean, everybody in the world knows that. So, you know, is there going to be another problem with Boeing show up? Is there going to be something that says, hey, Boeing is not on the move? So be careful with Boeing, okay? Chart-wise, we've got a little bottom setting up in here. We've got that inverted head and shoulders. An inverted head and shoulders and a bullish W pattern is my favorite reversal patterns off of a bottom. They're just my favorite reversal patterns. It doesn't have to be off the bottom. And you can see here that we rallied up to the 50 period moving average. There we go. To the 50 period moving average, and we just kind of pulled back sideways. And then we put in a bullish candle, and now we're bullish here Friday. This is a rounded bottom breakout. I love this chart pattern. And what it has to do with is the 50 period moving average and the 200 period moving average. And it's a revision to the mean type of trade. Price action is setting up pretty good here. I like what it's doing. Again, that nice bottom. We may have that little trend starting right in through here. So keep an eye on Boeing. I'll be shopping for an entry on that. But like I say, you know, they have problems, so I don't know, maybe it's not worth it. And I may choose to go that route. I may choose, you know what, Boeing is just not worth it for me. There might be too many other charts that look good. But right now, you know, I feel like I need to talk about this. So keep an eye on that one, moving up. And on a breakout, you've got about a 10% move, and then we'll reevaluate. You know, there's another chart. I don't know why it didn't show up here. Rivan, R-I-V-N. There we go, Rivan. I don't know why it didn't show up, but I want to make sure I get it here. So Rivan is in a nice little trend here. Let's come over here. There you go. Rivan is in a nice little trend. This is also a rounded bottom breakout. And it popped up big time and pulled back. We've been looking for an entry on this pullback here. And unfortunately, Friday afternoon, I took some time off. So I totally missed this. I would have bought this, I think, Friday if I would have been around at the close and would have saw it. So we've got a nice little morning star set in there. Great little bullish engulf. So this one here is going to be on my list to buy. And this will be the buy area. I could even go up a little higher, maybe. That'll be the buy area. Right now, the stop on it would be a close back below around $10.10. So I don't want to buy it too high away from that stop, or I've got to adjust that stop up. So, okay. Hey, thanks everybody. I absolutely appreciate it. Remember again, watch your app. Make sure you're getting alerts throughout the day. You know, make sure you have it turned on. And then no matter where you are, as long as you have cell phone service, you'll get an alert on what we're buying or closing. Alrighty. You guys all take care. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you all next week. Thank you. Or Monday and then throughout the week. Take care. Thanks a lot.